Hello friends, I'm happy that you're here, that you are looking at the Deltec videos. Today we want to show you the emergency overflow for the Deltec skimmers. We have the emergency overflow for a lot of skimmers, but now we have here in our sump, this is our sump, the Deltec Marine Box VF 200 Plus. And here we have the Skimmer 1500i with a CSM 1000, and today we want to show you the emergency overflow. Yeah, we have invented this emergency overflow, I think 5 years ago. We have this little pipe here, which is going inside this pipe. So now we have two pipes, the adjustment pipes and the pipes where you can see what the water stand is. And the interesting thing is here is the air intake. So the air is coming here inside, and you have the silencer. And now we have this little pipe which is going inside this pipe. And what is going on here with the emergency overflow is, if you have a problem with your main pump and the pump is failing, maybe there's something inside or the pump is failing totally, then the water is increasing because the water is coming down from the aquarium. And then what's now is happening normally or usually is that the skimmer is overflowing because the water is going up. And so now we want to avoid this, so we have this emergency overflow here. And now we want to show you this thing in action. So we are reducing the pump speed here from 50 watts to 0. Now what we now can see is that the water is increasing here in our marine box, because now the water is coming down from the aquarium. And also the water is increasing here in this pipe. You see the water is increasing, it's now coming up to this pipe. And now we can see here inside the skimmer, now you can see some bubbles, but you see the bubbles are stopping because the skimmer is now only working and running with water. Yes, you see the skimmer is now stopping, so he cannot overflow. That's very good for you. And you can also see here some customers are asking, is the pipe long enough? And you see it's long enough because the water is coming up a lot, so it's enough to stop the water coming out. So you see, this is a very, very nice feature. And now we want to show you what is going on if you have the normal running of the pump. So we increase the power of the pump to 50 again. So now the water is decreasing again, but I want to show you something interesting. So some customers are not using the emergency overflow because they use ozone or they use calcium, which they want to bring into the skimmer. And then they take this air inlet, but then you cannot use the emergency overflow. So we recommend to use these Class TPs, which you can order from us, to run the skimmer with ozone or with calcium, because then you have also the emergency overflow. And some customers want to have the ozone direct. We don't recommend to do it because it's not good for plastic parts if you use ozone, so we recommend the Class TPs. But if you want to do it and if you want to have it directly, we can do it and you can order it from us. So now what we see is the water has decreased again, but what you see is the emergency overflow is still working. And the reason is that we have now a closed loop with water, and the skimmer cannot work normally. So you have to start the skimmer again to avoid this. So you can push the feed pump. So you see now the water is going down, so now the skimmer is off. And after that you can start the skimmer again with the feed button. Now the skimmer is starting again. You see here the water is increasing. And if you look at the bubbles, you see that there are bubbles again and the skimmer is in the normal mode and is doing what he has to do. Yeah, so with this video you have seen that the emergency overflow is very important for your skimmer because the skimmer cannot overflow. And you have seen it's very easy. You have not a float switch which can be dirty, or you have not an eye which is looking at the foam. So it's working very good. It's working manual. You don't need any electricity or something which can fail. And we recommend to use this emergency overflow to avoid that if you want to use ozone or atom calc, please use the class T piece. And at the end you can see it's very good for you. And if you are not at home and somebody is helping you with a skimmer, so you can also tell them that they have to start the skimmer again, or if they feed, they have to use the feed button. So then in case you have the emergency overflow is working, then you have the skimmer starting again and everything is fine.